return tonight to 880 Wrestling. Hey, it's been 6 months, and while Fireboy is kind of no longer here, this version of Juni Underwood that he found on the road is here. The same place where I've had my 50th match, 880 Wrestling. I will have my 350th match tonight as I smoke Zeke Mercer.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know it.
Hello, and welcome once again to 880 Wrestling's Thursday Night Fights! We are just 24 hours away from Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling, and tonight is truly the disco before the breakdown. Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a tag team match. Introducing first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with 880 Wrestling's Thursday Night Fights. Eamon Payton here alongside Austin Carnes. And Austin, it is the final pit stop on the way to tomorrow night, and Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling.
What better way to spend your Thursday night in Pittsburgh than here in the South Side with 880 Wrestling? Unfortunately, these three goofballs have to come and ruin the party.
Coming to the ring, accompanied by amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, the TNF champion, the gentrifier, some guy named John, the new king of Pittsburgh, Clayton King. They are leaders by example.
Some guy named John, Clayton King, and in the center, part owner of 880 Wrestling, Reese Hayes. Amateur wrestler Reese Hayes has made the point in the last month to lead this company in his image, and quite an accomplishment that's been.
Tomorrow night, right here, 8 p.m. at Amateur Wrestler Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling. It's a big night for all of us, all three of us. Clayton, you have a big opportunity. You have an opportunity to cement yourself as the new king of Pittsburgh by defeating MV Young 3 times in a row. John, you got a big opportunity. You can become the greatest and bravest TNF champion we've ever seen, and your instant opportunity. Shut up. You shut up. I have a big opportunity tomorrow to instill some order in this company when I strip Brandon St. James of that ridiculous hardcore championship and throw it in the trash. But tonight, I'm giving you two another opportunity. I know that you two can be the greatest tag team this company has ever seen, but these people, they don't believe it.
I think that's a concurrence.
So tonight, I've booked you one of our best tag teams we have here. What I want to see, though, you've already proved it to me. I want you to prove it to them, okay? I want you guys to play by the rules. That's what we're all about here now. And I want you guys to climb the tag team rankings and become the 880 tag team champions very soon. Tony, call them out.
Well, Reese Hayes.
Introducing their opponents.
Amateur wrestler Reese Hayes making clear his intentions for less than 24 hours from now. But, oh, what a challenge he's put forth here for his two stalwarts in Leaders by Example, one of the best tag teams in all of Pittsburgh.
What better way to challenge the leaders?
From straight off the catwalk, weighing in this evening in a combined weight of 48-karat gold, baby. First, the fashionista of professional wrestling, Kelvin Couture, Mr. Design, Tyler Klein. They are the Runway.
A decorated tag team
no.
anyway. No, come on.
Not a third week in a row.
We're
Okay,
just starting.
Here, Reese. Here. Thank you, Austin.
You couldn't give him one match to start out?
He's got the rest of the night to be on this mic.
Okay. Well, Reese Hayes, amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, joining us again on commentary here.
I like being here. It's a good view from back here. Got a good crowd tonight. Beautiful evening. Tomorrow's looking like the weather's going to be perfect.
Definitely got to imagine you have a lot of plans in mind as you just laid out there in that ring.
Listen, I've been getting a lot of flack from the wrestlers in the back, from the fans out there, but this is a great match.
I have to agree with you. This is a great way to kick off Thursday night fights as we head in to Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling. Like I said, less than 24 hours. We know from last week, though, you have officially accepted the challenge of Brandon St. James for that 880 Hardcore Championship. You can't be serious when you say you're going to throw that in the trash. I mean, I know you have your feelings about pro wrestling, and everyone's got a philosophy, everyone's got a perspective, but that belt means a lot to these fans here. And the hardcore style is very intrinsic with this company. I know it's in your new image, but...
This is a new era of 880 Wrestling. We are making changes here. That title will be retired after I defeat Brandon tomorrow night. Look at me. Do I look like a hardcore champion? No.
No, you are amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. But again, it will be quite the clash, to say the least.
That title no longer belongs here, and I will prove it to everyone and to Brandon St. James when I defeat him by following all of the rules tomorrow.
We also have to keep in mind the main event for that night, which will be for the 880 Championship, when Nick's Wild of the Dead Hand Society defends their championship for the very first time against KC War, the #1 contender. Very highly anticipated matchup.
It's going to be a good match. I'm excited to see it.
As Clayton King, the new king of Pittsburgh,
look at that headlock. That is tight. Oh, okay. It's gone now.
Well, Calvin Couture getting the better of it here in the early goings. The Runway on a bit of a losing streak as of late here in 880 Wrestling, as talented of competitors that they are. Though a lot of it has been at the hand of the Dead Hand Society, no pun intended. Arm drag takedown there by Couture.
For another one.
Series of...
Clayton's got to see those coming. Couldn't see that coming, though.
When you call yourself the new king of Pittsburgh, that's an accolade that you really do have to live up to, and Clayton King is very talented in that ring.
He has been living up to it.
I mean, 2 wins, as you have said.
He's on a roll, and if he hadn't gotten a little carried away last week, he would be at least ranked 3rd in our weekly power rankings.
Yes, indeed, but no, he is ranked 4th, making his way down a little bit. Oh, big bulldog there by Couture.
This has been an ongoing conversation with me and the leaders. We really got to follow the rules. It's very important. It's not only important to the rankings, it's important to the fans. They need to know that there is structure and there is order here at 880 Wrestling.
It's a new turn of events, but Clayton King and Calvin Couture trading blows there. Couture getting the better. Clayton on Dream Street, up onto the shoulders.
The strength from Calvin.
Taking Clayton for a bit of a spin here in the shop in Southside Pittsburgh.
Oh, just let him down. There it is. Wow.
Insecurity right to the side of the head, and Clayton out loopy here. Hook of the leg.
the room is spinning. Look at him.
Now, question is,
Good ring awareness.
We know some guy named John will be defending his TNF championship in another instant opportunity.
He will be.
And more than that, I got to imagine the big stakes of that rematch between Clayton King and MV Young. I mean, are you maybe setting Clayton up a little bit here if he takes some damage ahead of that matchup tomorrow?
Listen, Clayton doesn't need weeks of preparation for MV Young. He's proven that he can beat him. He's done it twice already this summer, and he will do it again tomorrow.
Cover by Klein. Kick out at 2 there. And Clayton making a mad dash to the gentrifier, the TNF champion.
It's a good shirt. It's a good shirt.
Had to get that plug in. Oh, Klein catching John off guard now, and could be looking to deposit.
What is he doing?
Or maybe not. I was going to say to disrobe. I don't think the fashion sense of some guy named John.
Wow.
He's of the same taste of the runway, but Tyler Klein instead.
Wow. I
Blinding
felt that
John.
chop. That reverberated through the building.
Oh, John comes charging. Klein, ever the crafty individual, able to get out of the way. Big scoop slam. No, going to send.
Oh, no.
Hook John up in no man's land here in the turnbuckles.
Come on, George Ross. Get him out of there.
George Ross, who you have.
Whoa. Okay, now that's blatantly against the rules.
Trying to get his footing.
On John's crotch?
George Ross letting it slide in the field of play, so to speak. Klein now in for a cover, hook the leg. I was going to mention our referee, George Ross, who you have removed from our booking committee as of late.
I don't like George's opinions.
Well,
he's a great referee, but I don't need him booking matches here. That is the new committee's job, me, John, and Clayton.
Oh, shot to the gut by Klein.
And I think we can all agree that we've been doing a better job booking this show since making these changes. What do you say, Eamon?
Cover.
Do you agree?
I will say the competitiveness is on a new level, I will say, in 880 Wrestling. You could say it's because of that ranking system that you have implemented into this company, which I got to say, whatever, people may say about Reese Hayes. Been quite the great idea to, foster competition.
Tyler Klein's trying to talk smack. I don't know what he's saying, but that's one good way to not get booked here again.
Oh, Tyler Klein getting under, leaders by example, I should say, getting under the skin of the runway, and it's proving to the runway's disadvantage. Look at John just trying to rub salt in the wound, so to speak, and keeping Calvin Couture in the corner of leaders by example. Very skilled tag team competition.
Cutting off the ring.
Big clothesline in the corner. And you mentioned, tag team title shot could be in line for leaders by example with their success as of late. We will see one half of the tag team champion, Zeke Mercer, in our main event tonight, going one-on-one with Juni Underwood. That is going to be quite the encounter.
That's another match I booked.
Once again, thank you, Reese.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Big sliding elbow there, cover.
Yeah, I mean it. Clayton's ranked 4th. John is our TNF champion. There's no reason why they shouldn't get a shot at those tag titles.
Tag in now. Some guy named John. Could a double championship be in his future?
I think it would look really good on John.
He thinks a lot looks good on him. I'm not the biggest fan of the mustache.
Excuse me?
I'm not a mustache. Wait, cover. Not a mustache guy.
You're more of a neckbeard guy, huh, Eamon?
This is why I don't have a front-facing camera here over on commentary. Way to call me out, Reese. As now John almost mocking Tyler Klein here, who desperately needs to make a tag. Look at that tight grip that John has on Calvin Couture, grounding him, trying to grind him into the mat. Couture trying to get his footing to release some of that pressure. Fighting up from underneath, but John not letting go. And driving Calvin Couture hard into the mat. George Ross right into check. And now just pounding in with blows. That is the scrappiness of some guy named John.
Some really great technical prowess from John, followed by some just brutality.
Ooh, big splash there in the corner. And now Clayton off the back of his partner with a big leg drop.
Double leg drop. 2 legs.
But maybe a bit of a lackadaisical cover. Clayton, the frustration building over not being able to put the runway away as we see the boots being put to Couture as well as a shot to Klein, taking him off the apron. That is only going to infuriate Mr. Design, Tyler Klein.
Clayton knows the rules. Clayton knows the rules. All right, John's stretching it a little bit.
Well, I guess that's what he's telling George Ross, you could say.
Yeah.
Trying to make it clear who's boss around here. As now, John now in legal man. Double team offense here by leaders by example. Calvin Couture really in worse never wear double elbows.
Great teamwork.
But again,
Like a well-oiled machine.
John looking to stretch.
Look at that.
Calvin Couture here. All that torque on the lower
I think you
back.
should dig the elbow into the ribs. That's what I would like to see.
Oh, no, instead going for that top rope. Trying to get George Ross to keep his eyes off the ball, so to speak, and it seems to be working. And Ross able to have it spotted there. Nice hip toss there by Couture. And with all the punishment that Calvin has had dished out to him, still able to muscle some guy named John over. Oh, takes on the legs.
Well, jackknife pin.
But there's a blind tag there. Outside of the view for Calvin Couture and Clayton King taking advantage. That is the smarts, whether people want to say it or not, of leaders by example. Big spear! Calvin had that performance review scouted there.
I told you this is going to be a good matchup.
Undoubtedly, big competition to lead things off here on Thursday Night Fights. Ooh, able to break free and tag in to Tyler Klein, who comes in like a house of fire. Series of shots, 2-on-1 here, but Tyler Klein is going to dish out some punishment. Big Uranagi.
Jeez.
And now, ooh, snatching up the arm. Clayton King with the back suplex.
I think that was an Olympic slam.
Quite possibly, maybe something out of the Clayton King playbook. Oh, full Nelson here. Wait a minute, Jazz! What is he doing?
Jasper?
Well, the dead hand, oh my God, low blow there by King. No, not again.
Wait, what? Wait, can we get a replay on that? What happened? I was too busy looking at Jazz. What was Jazz doing out here?
Here are your winners, leaders.
All right.
By example.
Well, Reese Hayes going off to celebrate. Apparently that was by the rules, or either Reese Hayes didn't see or whatever, as we see the replay, that low blow there on Tyler Klein. The Dead Hand Society once again sticking their nose in the business of the Runway. This is what, 3 weeks in a row now? Austin, thank you for joining.
So sorry that you had to deal with that, Eamon.
I need to super glue your feet here or something. I gotta, like
a door or something right up here on the ramp.
Something. But leaders by example, standing tall. The question is, will this be a mirror image of what we see in less than 24 hours? Wait a second. Well, one man who's not going to want that image to last. Come Friday, the 880 Hardcore Champion, Satan's favorite Saint, Brandon St. James, is here. He's asking for a microphone.
Hardcore champ has something to say.
Who's all scared now? All right. That's the real question. All right. Speaking of no rules, I decided, since you bought the company, you started making you... Right, I'm not booked. I get it. That's why I wanted to come out here and maybe give Reese an instant opportunity tonight instead of tomorrow for the 880 Hardcore title. What do you think?
Oh, wow.
At the sound of that.
What are you going to do, Reese? I mean, amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, you got to think always ready to compete.
Figure it out.
And again, this is Reese Hayes' 880 Wrestling.
Figure it the fuck out.
Is it on?
There we go. They paid the bill. Not everything going full steam ahead here in Reese Hayes' 880 Wrestling.
You know what, Brandon?
That's really nice of BSJ.
Hey, I'm sorry that our technology here is ass. Oh, my God. You know what, Brandon? Fine. I'll give you a match tonight. Not me. I'm not wrestling for free in front of these people. But you can. You absolutely can. Let's give you another chance to get on the rankings that you fell off weeks ago. You know what, Toddy? Here you go. Play music.
Reese Hayes. I guess an impromptu matchup here for Brandon St. James. I got to say, I can't imagine it's not been intentional that Brandon St. James hasn't been in action for quite a while here at Thursday Night Fights, ever since Reese Hayes came into power. But I guess conveniently now,
introducing Brandon St. James's opponent for this evening, accompanied to the ring by the Man-Eater, Centurion Hall. This is the Playboy, Elijah Love.
I got to imagine, Austin, Reese Hayes maybe trying to throw some spikes in the road, so to speak, to try to puncture and wound Brandon St. James before tomorrow here.
Absolutely. Nobody knows violence like Brandon St. James. Going into that hardcore match, he's going to pull out all the stops to put down Reese Hayes. And if Elijah Love can bang him up a little bit before that match, Reese Hayes would definitely want that.
The Playboy Elijah Love, very different competitor to Brandon St. James. Ooh, big slap. Showing that he means business, so to speak. But Elijah has been making his way up the ranks here in 880 Wrestling, both on our main card here on Thursday Night Fights, but also over on 880 Wrestling Happy Hour on Patreon. Be sure to subscribe now. $5 a month gets you access to more 880 Wrestling action.
And you know, Eamon, I find it interesting that amateur wrestler Reese Hayes is actually taking a ringside seat for tonight, getting an up-close view of Brandon St. James before that big match tomorrow.
Lurking over Satan's favorite saint. And I mean, after the attack last week by Reese Hayes, with that signature skateboard of Brandon St. James, making sure Brandon St. James was vulnerable before accepting the challenge that was issued by BSJ just a few weeks ago on Thursday Night Fights. Brandon knows what it would mean to lose that 880 Hardcore Championship, and Reese Hayes has made no bones about what he thinks of that title and what he wants to do with it, or the lack thereof of what he wants to do with it going forward here in 880 Wrestling.
And what a big opportunity this would be for Elijah Love as well. I mean, imagine you get a win, a pinfall victory over a champion in 880 Wrestling. Whether Reese Hayes says the Hardcore Championship is a thing or not, at the end of the day, Brandon St. James holds the gold. And look at Elijah Love. Whoops down, Brandon St. James. A big win over BSJ could project him higher in the rankings, could project him higher into possible title contention.
Undoubtedly, and not just a title holder, but someone who really bleeds 880 Wrestling. That's Brandon St. James. With side headlock. Brandon. Oh, big rolling elbow there, rocking the jaw of the Playboy.
Sends Love into the far corner with that one. What a blow.
Ever since, MV Young's Big Ass Barbecue 4, when Reese Hayes reasserted his presence here in 880 Wrestling and drove those skewers into the head of BSJ, that is something that lingers in your mind as a competitor. That is something that you can't shake, especially with the former friendship that Brandon and Reese Hayes used to have.
Most competitors would let that get to their head, though. I feel like Brandon St. James is the total opposite. I feel like he's using that for motivation, using it for strive. What a big German suplex there to Elijah Love. He's using it for more willpower, more fight, and he's going to take all that to amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. What a big knee there.
Right to the jaw of Elijah Love. Cover, hook of both legs, and kick at it too.
Just kicking out.
Those signature strikes also remind me of Brandon's tag team partner in the fourth line, KC War, who tomorrow will get his opportunity to make Nick's Wild the shortest reigning 880 champion in history. That is going to be a main event that you folks are not going to want to miss.
Colossal main event. Big kick there, though.
Brandon definitely with the experience edge on Elijah. Signaling something big now. I think going for that cross cutter, but Centurion Hall, who has been proven to be quite a difference maker for Elijah on the apron. But Brandon having that scouted.
Going for a slap. Whoa. We saw this before.
Almost miscommunication there. Duck of a shot. Elijah grabs the waist. Drives Brandon St. James right onto the knee Almost a first of the belly-to-belly cover. Kick out there by Brandon.
What a victory that would have been there. Elijah Love pulling out all the stops. We've seen him run in the hall a couple weeks back. There was a miscommunication before. Prevents it this time, and Love has taken over now.
Knee right into the small of the back, looking to wear down Brandon St. James. And that, you can't really tell it on the face of Reese Hayes there at ringside, but I got to imagine every bit of punishment that Elijah is dishing out, Reese Hayes has to be enjoying. Elbows and, handful of hair. Those long locks of BSJ coming to his detriment. And now mounting BSJ with that choke. Elijah Love not letting up.
Takes full advantage of the count, too, all the way up to 4.
Because I got to think, like you mentioned before, Austin, that opportunity that is in front of Elijah here, if you can upset someone like Brandon St. James, Elijah has to know that. This isn't just, a warm-up. This is an opportunity for stardom here in 880. Big clothesline there in the corner. Immediately goes out onto the apron, looking to dish out some more punishment here. What could this be? Going from corner to post. Oh, well, no.
All the distraction.
Suckering in our official for Centurion Hall to get a bit of added punishment. Big knee right to the side of the head. And Elijah, quite the cocky individual, making sure to get their face right on camera cover.
Again, we talk about Reese Hayes being here at ringside, scouting out Brandon St. James. Imagine what's in the mind of Elijah Love right now. The new co-owner, half-owner, management, new management, whatever the term is you want to call for amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. Elijah Love could make a statement to him right here at ringside. He has that front row view. Who knows? Maybe Elijah Love will make the jump into the top 10. Maybe he will get that future opportunity.
Clothesline there. Brandon, crucifix. Drives Elijah into the mat.
Right on the top of the spine cover, and Love just kicking out at 2.
That could compact your spine in ways that a human body shouldn't. Shot to the gut. Elijah having Brandon scouted there. Snapmare takedown. Question is, what can the Playboy dish out? Big double stomp right to the face of BSJ. Cover, could this be an upset?
Just getting the shoulder up in 2.
Brandon, this is not an easy battle. And Elijah getting in the face of our official. But this may not be the walk in the park that Brandon St. James needs. Choke in the corner now. Trying to cut some air out from BSJ, and that shot to the ribs is also going to aid in that.
This time, though.
Question is, can Brandon get some wind under his sails and capitalize? Duck of a clothesline. Wait, springs up. Could this be? Cross cutter!
Picture perfect. Down goes Elijah Love.
But Brandon St. James not able to capitalize. That is his signature. He has put away numerous people in 880 with that cross cutter. Let's take a look at it again. Desperation maneuver.
And again, Elijah Love wore down Brandon St. James to the point where he couldn't make the cover. Both competitors down.
Referee up to a count of 4 here.
Looking at a bit of a stalemate, Eamon.
And that's the thing of, Reese Hayes, wants to, crap on Brandon St. James's hardcore style, but Brandon knows how to get it done in a normal wrestling match as well, as we're seeing it here. Clotheslines taking out on Elijah. Another big rolling elbow. Elijah's still on his feet, but I don't know if everything's up there right now.
BSJ starting the rally.
Getting hyped up here. And this crowd getting the fire lit under Satan's favorite saint. Brandon able to spring up to the top turnbuckle, though. Tornado DDT!
My goodness, Elijah Love flew across the ring with that one.
Roll over, cover! Hook of the leg! And no, Elijah's still able to kick out!
I'm just as shocked as BSJ was. I thought that was going to be it.
This, I think, is the toughest fight, Austin, that Elijah has been in here in 880 Wrestling. To kick out of that DDT, that almost sent him outside of the ring if we didn't have those ropes.
Even amateur wrestler Reese Hayes seemed to have been impressed by that.
Question is, what can BSJ do to finish off Elijah? Another slap This time, not going to let up on BSJ.
I don't know if that's the wisest move.
Oh, my God. Forearm shot rocking the jaw.
Look at BSJ just smiling, though.
It takes a bit of courage or arrogance or whatever you want to call it to match BSJ in the striking department. But Elijah attempting it here. Oh, my God, again. Stalemate between these two. But neither letting up. The exasperation on their face, the sweat pooling, the energy that's being zapped out of their bodies. But Elijah still putting in the effort, still firing in those shots. Oh my God, that was right to the jaw.
That has to be the knockout blow. My goodness.
And BSJ not going for the cover though, again, realizing that Elijah needs something bigger to get finished off with here. Oh my God, Blue Thunder Bomb there. And now transitions over.
Into a submission.
Into a half crab. Look at the torque there on that knee of Elijah Love. Wait
a minute.
Reese on the apron.
What the hell?
Eye to eye with the 880 Hardcore Champion. What is Reese trying to do here to stick his nose in this matchup? Brandon St. James letting it be known to amateur wrestler Reese Hayes that this is what?
Wait, what?
Oh, what? Was that?
Wow.
That's not, oh my.
Here is your winner.
Oh my God.
By disqualification, Elijah Love.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen.
And I thought getting kicked off commentary was bad. That is the most ridiculous thing that I have seen amateur wrestler Reese Hayes pull as new management.
The intentional disqualification. It's the only way you can put that. Reese Hayes thinking that maybe getting into the head of Brandon St. James is just as effective. BSJ. Oh wait, Reese trying for a shot of his own. Cross cutter!
Plants Reese Hayes.
That is retribution. And Reese Hayes hightailing it out onto Freiburg Street. Will Brandon St. James, in less than 24 hours time, hold up that 880 Hardcore Championship high once again, or will Reese Hayes steal what Brandon St. James holds the dearest? We will find out. Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling. The hardcore title on the line. Make sure, folks, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, that you are there in person tomorrow. $20 tickets at the door. And if not, be sure to check it out on IndyWrestling.us.
Once again, tomorrow night, Brandon St. James with the Hardcore Championship on the line against amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. This next contest is a 6-person action, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1.
As darkness falls over the shop, a group that is now ruling 880 Wrestling with an iron fist and a dead hand.
Things may have just got bad from worse, David.
Accompanied to the ring by Tyler Voxx. First, the sacrificial lamb of the Dead Hand Society, Jasper Allen Ziekenbach, Jazz. The former 880 champion, the Eraser, Remy LaVey. And the big man of the DHS, the Peanut Butter Zombie, Saturn Price. They are the Dead Hand Society. Society!
The minions of the 880 champion, Nix Wild. 3 of them in action here in trios competition. Jazz, Saturn Price, Remy LaVey. A fearsome unit, to say the least.
And their opponents.
The fan favorites.
These are 3 competitors that are not going to let DHS take 880 Wrestling by force.
First, the Botanical Badass, the Unwilting Tatiana, the Psychedelic Prince, Sammy Suntheimer, the Prophecy, Alao Dreams, they are the Psychedelic Flowers.
This trio of the Psychedelic Flowers, the Unwilting Tatiana, back in-ring action here in 880, along with, I would say, one of the fastest rising tag teams, Austin, in Psychedelic Dreams.
Absolutely. Can't forget about Billy the Alien, too, Eamon.
Can't forget Billy.
Psychedelic Dreams, is going to be interesting to see how they pair today. We've seen them both in singles competition, both within that top 10 ranking. Alao at 10 and Sammy at 7. How are they going to gel well tonight in tag team action? And how is Tatiana going to gel well after being at ring announcer for quite some time?
Absolutely.
A lot of question marks here in this match.
Like I said, one of the top units flying high in more ways than one is Psychedelic Dreams, Alao Dreams, Sammy Suntheimer. This is their first tag team matchup in quite a while here on Thursday Night Fights. As you mentioned, Sammy in particular has had a lot of success and a lot of big opportunities in his young career as of late, including matches against Nix Wild, the 880 champion.
And you know something, Eamon? I'm no criminal justice major, but I do not see our 880 champion Nix Wild anywhere here tonight in the shop.
Well, you can never underestimate. Nix Wilds can be anywhere, but that is a very interesting point. The question is, could they be strategizing, stewing? Remy's not the type to indulge in what Sammy was offering.
Can we even be mad at Remy for that?
I mean, really shouldn't be, but... I mean, I'm not going to shame Sammy. Sammy's gained quite a bit of success, you know, from the extracurricular activity or not, is squaring off here with another former 880 champion in the Eraser, Remy LaVey.
Perk your powers, I guess.
Absolutely. Oh! Wrenching the arm here of Sammy. Remy, one of the most experienced competitors on the 880 roster.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a test for Sammy, too. I mean, Sammy has been climbing the charts. He has had significant wins over the last couple months. But going up against a former 880 champion in Remy LaVey, especially to start off this competition here tonight, could make a big statement. Could climb those charts even higher. I mean, after all, Sammy is 3 slots ahead of Alao in that ranking.
And I got to think the Dead Hand Society, this is a message to a lot of people in this matchup. It's in part to Sammy, after getting very close to upsetting Nix Wild a few short weeks ago on Thursday Night Fights. But also, KC War has to be watching this matchup very closely. I think KC, we had talked about, you know, how momentum can shift in the head of a big title match. And it seemed like KC was on the right track in the early goings. But, in recent weeks, cover! In recent weeks, it has been all Dead Hand Society.
It has, and I've had the chance to actually sit down with both KC War and Nix Wild earlier this weekend.
I did not envy your position with that one. That was something.
It was a tough position to be in, but one of the questions I asked KC War was about the numbers game and whether or not the Dead Hand Society would be present at ringside. KC War isn't worried about the numbers game. He isn't worried about Remy LaVey or Jazz or Saturn Price or Voxx. He's only worried about taking what is rightfully his, and that is the 880 championship. He wants to beat Nix Wild. He wants to beat his ass. That's pretty much what KC War wants to do.
Tag team action here right now with Psychedelic Dreams, double team offense.
What is Alao thinking?
Oh, big running knee strike there.
Rockin' Remy LaVey. I don't even think he knows where he's at. Here's the cover, though. Cover.
And you mentioned, though, KC War, you know, not looking at the Dead Hand Society in a larger sense, so to speak, and being laser focused. And that's who KC War is in many respects. but you got to always, realize that the Dead Hand Society is almost an extension of Nick's Wild in that ring, especially the sacrificial lamb Jazz, who we're seeing making their way into the ring, tagging now to Tatiana.
Absolutely, arguably the right-hand man in the Dead Hand Society. We've seen Jazz in competition all over the place. Thursday night fights, 880 Wrestling, you name it. Has an interesting matchup there against Tatiana.
And Tatiana looking to get a little bit of justice and redemption. You mentioned had to take over her duties as our ring announcer during Toddy Tandera's misguided suspension, if I will say so myself.
Misguiding, exactly.
But was the victim of a super kick following a vicious attack from the Dead Hand Society that they were dishing out on Casey Ward. That was a chaotic affair, and Tatiana did not forget about it.
Yeah, if you're Tatiana, you definitely want to get your hands on as many members of the Dead Hand Society as you could. Locking up perfectly well right now with Jazz, though. Oh!
Jazz incredibly technical in that ring. I would say one of the most prospering upstarts in 880 Wrestling. Could be a top-level star in this company, but with Nick's Wild guiding Jazz, we know that will never happen.
Absolutely. Certainly one of the most technical wrestlers here. Also one of the most lethal competitors in 880 Wrestling. Taekwondo background, boxing background, wrestling background. Jazz has it all. Jazz possesses all the talent. The question that we always ask ourselves, is Nick's Wild, is the Dead Hand Society holding back Jazz from something maybe bigger? We'll maybe never know.
Oh!
Big roll through.
Nice roll through by Tatiana. Also getting the arm as well of Jazz in the process. And Tati laying in with the clothesline there. Tatiana one to pack a punch in that ring. Oh, don't let her flower child energy fool you. Cover there by Tatiana.
Oh, Jazz just kicking out in time. Remy LaVey almost had to come and save it.
And Tati keeping a close eye on the Dead Hand Society. We mentioned how they run in a pack. And, I mean, they were also crucial in Nick's Wild capturing the 880 championship in the first place when he defeated Gianni Michael Enrico just about a month ago. Big forearm shot now, rocking Jazz is Sammy Suntheimer. These two have squared off in recent past here in 880.
Certainly lots of history within every single competitor in the circuit. Wait a minute, Saturn Price getting a handful of Sammy Suntheimer.
Ooh.
And Jazz from behind. Again, those momentary distractions is what the Dead Hand Society uses to their advantage. And
now,
just like that, the match has changed.
Yeah, and nothing pretty right now. Just Jazz mounting Sammy and choking him. I think Jazz could feel the match slipping away in a sense and realizing that desperate measures were needed, and Saturn Price proving dividends.
Remy LaVey right back in on the attack as well.
Double team offense here. Remy also, like I said, with that experience edge, being a guiding light in many ways for Jazz as well. Cover now. Hook of the leg.
Sammy just powering out.
Sammy, we have seen in those recent competitions with the likes of Nick's Wild and Clayton King, can also take a lot of punishment as well as dishing it out. That's really what Sammy has under his belt, so to speak, is now our first glimpse of official action here. Oh, from the peanut butter zombie.
Nearly caved in Sammy's chest. Heart of the warrior, though, is Sammy Suntheimer. He lays it all out there each and every single week. Saturn Price, I mean, he might have sent him in the next Thursday. I don't know.
Oh, and peels Sammy halfway across the ring. Saturn Price last week went head-to-head with Casey War in a move by Nick's Wild in an attempt to pick apart at Casey War. And if there's any person that would be that mercenary for you, it is Saturn Price.
It is the peanut butter zombie. He is the one to wear down the challenger, and he's starting to do the same against Psychedelic Dream. Sammy's starting to fight back, though, with some forearms.
No fear on Sammy Suntheimer, but oh my God! The peanut butter zombie taking a bite out of the Psychedelic Prince! That is scary power there by Saturn Price. Cover, hook of the leg.
Aleo's going to have to break it up. With ease, though, Saturn Price just drops Sammy Suntheimer.
Alao very smart, realizing that when you're dealing with Saturn Price, you can't always guarantee that a kickout's in store.
Pushing Sammy right back in the enemy territory, though.
The worst place to be. In the lair of the Dead Hand Society. Sammy fighting free. 3-on-1, though. Saturn now going to come charging. Oh! I think Saturn might have caught the ring post.
Top of the forehead, right off the ring post. Sammy has some life now. Slides her outside the ring. Where the hell is Sammy going? Sammy's taking laps. Where's he going?
I mean, getting far away from Saturn Price, I wouldn't blame him. Oh! Sammy making his way back into the ring, under the legs. Tag into Alao Dreams! That is a way to get to your corner.
The cat and mouse game provides success. Here comes Alao Dreams. Big drop kick rolls through. And another one.
Alao, the height on those drop kicks. Oh, but look at Saturn. Big boots.
Misses wildly. Oh!
Insecurity.
Rocking the peanut butter zombies is Alao Dreams.
The question is, what can you have in mind for Saturn? Casadora. Oh, but that's going to put him right in the arms of Saturn Price where you don't want to be.
Down goes Alao Dreams.
Release wheelbarrow suplex there. And now Alao might be out. Cover. No kick out.
Didn't even really kick out. Just kind of rolled over just to get the shoulder up in time. All that momentum put to an end just immediately by Saturn Price. Sacrificial lamb back in now.
I got to say credit to Alao Dreams. That would put away any man. But now Jazz looking to pick the bones right now. Tatiana, Sammy trying to get some fight underneath Alao with the help of this audience here at the shop. Ooh. Got to say, whatever Alao and Sammy would have taken before this matchup, it needs to kick in, and it needs to kick in fast. Big bulldog there.
Spikes Alao Dreams, covered by the sacrificial lamb, and Dreams just in time. But Jazz right back on the attack.
That's the thing with Jazz for being such a young competitor. Never lets an opponent breathe. Never gives them a moment. Never thinks about what they're going to do next. That is the impressiveness and the acumen that Jazz has in that ring that people can sometimes underestimate.
And you have to do that with someone as young as Alao Dreams, someone as young as Sammy Suntheimer. Wear them down before they can get going, because once the switch is on, it's hard to turn it off.
Ooh, Jazz almost kind of suckering Alao in there. Needed only two there. Back into another cover. And now, look at the look in the eyes of Jazz. It's hard to tell sometimes whether that's frustration or whether that's just fury.
Might be a little bit of both.
Back into LaVey. Keeping Alao Dreams as far away from his partners as possible. Remy, very experienced in tag team competition. He knows what needs to be done in that ring.
If anybody knows how to wear down a competitor, it is Remy LaVey. Arguably the most underrated competitor within Dead Hand Society. Just whips Alao Dreams into the corner. And wait a minute!
Wow!
Come on!
Discus blow there on Sammy, but gave Alao a little time to breathe and rebound. Stunner there! Oh, but Remy finally goes down.
Took him a moment, but both competitors are down.
Sammy, though, off the apron. If Alao needs to make a tag, he's going to have to do it to Tatiana. But Tatiana, always ready for a fight. Clothesline takes down Jazz. One for LaVey. Oh, in comes Saturn Price. That is not going to do it. And Saturn knows it. Trying to get in the head of Tatiana. Ooh, taking, I believe, LaVey off the apron. Oh, God. Big goozle right to the throat.
Uh-oh. Not the position you want to be in if you're Tatiana.
Saturn, ooh, making his plans known, though. Tatiana fighting free. Tornado DDT!
Planning the peanut butter zombie. Tatiana is fired up.
A fury's been unleashed in Tatiana, but LaVey able to stop the momentum, at least for the time being now. Boot up by Tatiana. Insecurity. Sammy reeling out here on the floor, letting us know.
Oh, wait! God. Big sidewalk slam from Tatiana. We were distracted. Sammy was giving us a medic update, I guess.
I think his nose, he was mentioning, might be a little
bloody.
As now, chaos now in the ring. Sammy going to get back into the fight now. Blows to Jazz in the corner. Bit of a chaotic scene here. Our official needs to get one in and two out. Math is hard, folks. I'm so sorry. It's a lot of action here tonight.
Math is hard. There's just so much action going on here in the shop tonight. I don't even know who's legal at this point, Eamon.
Tatiana laying it into the bigger Saturn Price. No fear on Tatiana. Shots right to the leg. And will take Saturn down to size.
3 kicks at once. That's going to rock the peanut butter zombie.
It's how you do it. And Saturn Price might be taken out of this contest now.
Oh! Double super kick, nearly kicking the head off of Jazz.
Jazz went for Tatiana, but Psychedelic Dreams realizing and catching Jazz off guard. Big back suplex there. Cover now by Tatiana. Oh, but what the hell?
Where the hell did he come from?
That was a coffin! And right to the face of Sammy!
This is just ridiculous. An incredible match just thrown away by Saturn Price.
Unbelievable!
Here is your winner by disqualification, Psychedelic Dreams and Tatiana.
And that chair shot coming out of nowhere on Tatiana.
Total BS.
Oh my God, more beatdown here from the Dead Hand Society. No, come on.
Oh, not Tatiana.
They're putting Tatiana out for sacrifice.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Keith Hunt, the Bearcat. Oh my God. That's Saturn Price running.
My gosh. Thank goodness for Keith Hunt.
Keith Hunt coming to the aid of Tatiana and Psychedelic Dreams. That was almost a career ender there that DHS was going to put on Tatiana. IndyWrestling is under the Dead Hand Society's web, I should say. And there has to be strength in numbers when it comes to the DHS.
Nobody believes 880 Wrestling more than Keith Hunt, Sammy Suntheimer, Alao Dreams, and Tatiana. Thank goodness for Keith Hunt. That could have been really bad.
As we rebound here, get things settled. We want to thank everyone for joining us right now on IndyWrestling.us and on YouTube for Thursday Night Fights. Be sure to hashtag Thursday Night Fights
by the
on social media.
Society.
We are
This
here
next
every week.
contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
We are here every week for free Thursday Night Fights.
Making his debut at 880 Wrestling. From Lexington, Kentucky. The Jackal of the Bluegrass. This is Jackie.
An 880 Wrestling debut in this new era with amateur wrestler Reese Hayes at the helm. Talents from all over the country want to make their name and make a big impression. And Jackie Thad, the Jackal of the Bluegrass, is looking to do exactly that, Austin.
You want to make a statement, Thursday Night Fights is the place to do it. 880 Wrestling is the place to shine. And the Jackal of the Bluegrass is here to possibly stay.
I mean, here's the thing. Coming all the way from Kentucky, that's a long drive.
It's a long commute.
To Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And that's not going to be something that Jackie Thad is going to take for granted here. But a tough competitor, not a Pittsburgh native, but maybe a stalwart here, you could say, at 880 Wrestling.
Definitely an 880 favorite.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 220 pounds of fried chicken and dumplings. Don't forget the sauce. The Fat Femme nation, this is Mateo Valentine!
All the way from Chicago here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but it's like Mateo Valentine, the Fat Femme Asian sensation, never left when you hear this ovation here in the shop.
Mateo Valentine is certainly a fan favorite amongst the 880 Wrestling fan base. Big opportunity coming up tomorrow, possibly looking to get some reps in here tonight.
Absolutely. We know that tomorrow night, Mateo Valentine will have the opportunity of a lifetime challenging for the 880 Wrestling Tag Team Championship against the matriarchy, Zeke, Mercer, and Paris Sahara. The question is, we still don't know who Mateo's tag team partner will be.
Well, I have a bold prediction. I don't think it's going to be Jackie Thad.
I will say, just from a style perspective, I don't think Mateo has a lot of plaid in their closets. Listen to that ovation from Mateo Valentine. There's a reason that Mateo is ranked number 9 in the rankings here at 880. We don't get Mateo often in terms of our regular roster being from Chicago, but every time we do, Mateo makes quite the impression.
When Mateo is here, Mateo shines. Mateo Valentine brings the life, brings the energy, brings the passion, brings the soul, brings whatever you want here to 880 Wrestling. And now bringing a concert, it seems like.
This crowd wanting Jackie going to go back to Kentucky.
He might actually do that. He might catch an Uber.
It's a long Uber, though. It's a late night. No, Jackie going to make his way back. Maybe get into some mind games. That's the thing, Mateo Valentine, everyone's favorite boyfriend.
Just need to stretch it out a little bit.
Everyone's favorite boyfriend has quite the polyamorous relationship, you can say, with the audience here at 880. And when you have someone so on one person's side in a matchup, the audience, a competitor that isn't as, sure of themselves maybe, that can get into your head a lot and can get you off the ball game, so to speak.
Definitely throw you off, but who knows, Jackie Thad may be playing those early mind games with Mateo Valentine. Doesn't seem to face Valentine at all, though. Calling an elbow tie-up.
Mateo's resume speaks for itself. 4 years in a row ranked in the top 200 queer wrestlers in all the United States. The self-proclaimed bridge queen, Mateo. One of the most skilled competitors. And you have to think Zeke Mercer and Paris Sahara have to be looking very closely on this matchup. Calling elbow tie up here. Mateo going for the takedown, but still keeping a hold. Very technical competitor in that ring is Mateo Valentine. Jackie complaining, but yes, he does have your wrist. I would do a little less whining and a little more trying to get out of this hold.
Whoa.
Is Jackie trying that right here?
Jackie might have heard you.
Jackie
reversing it now.
Very technical as well. Getting the better here, Mateo. Ah! Well, that's not technical. That's just nasty, but the crowd in 880 is one to love it. Waistlock now. Oh, goes for the leg. No, Mateo.
Whoa.
Nicely done. Finding that arm and keeping Jackie off guard here. Another arm drag takedown.
Taking the backslide, whipping Jackie Thad and going to push him away into another one. This is all Mateo Valentine right now.
Trapping up that arm. Mateo. When Mateo is on offense, it is very hard to get them off their game. And handful of that purple hair. Mateo going to back his opponent into the corner now. Reversal now. Jackie off the ropes, gets taken down with a clothesline.
Big clothesline. Rocks that cover, and that just getting the shoulder up in time. You got to imagine the confidence that Mateo Valentine has as well, knowing that they have a big tag team championship tomorrow on Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling. Do you think Mateo Valentine may be overlooking a Jackie Thad? That's something that we have to think about when calling this match here.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to be successful in that ring, you always have to be focused on whoever you're in the ring against. But, oh my God.
Right to the second turnbuckle.
If Mateo, though, wants to be in a mode, though, that will preserve himself for that tag team title match, that's where you can make mistakes like we just saw right there. Jackie stewing here, going to come charging in the corner. Big drop kick right to the face.
My goodness. Not to mention, too, this is the first time we've ever seen Jackie Thad step foot inside of an 880 wrestling ring, so we really don't have the film on him, really don't have the background cover, though, and Valentine just kicking out in time. That's another factor that we have to think about here with Mateo Valentine.
Well, yes, because, scouting is so important in that pro wrestling ring. Knowing your competitor, knowing their strengths, knowing their weaknesses. And that's why, with Mateo having the resume that he does, it's difficult because, your game plan in many ways is out there, so to speak, for anyone to pick apart. And if Jackie was smarter than that hours-long car ride from Kentucky, he was keeping a close eye on Mateo.
I hear he took an Uber all the ways here.
Again, I don't think he's going to make that in the payday. I mean, Reese can't get a working microphone. I don't think that's gonna.
I don't even think we got our paychecks yet.
That's, when you bring that up.
Oh wow! My goodness!
Jumping knee strike there by Jackie, rocking the jaw. Mateo might be out, but Jackie almost stalking here,
taking his time going into the cover.
Lateral press, slightly lackadaisical cover there.
Yeah, maybe that slight hesitation there, not going for the cover right away, could have prevented that from even winning this match. Maybe if he went for the cover right away, this might have been it already. Music would have been playing, he would have been in that Uber back to Kentucky. Who knows?
As you were mentioning before, if Mateo Valentine was, underestimating Jackie Thad, I think, right now in this contest, Mateo would be regretting that decision. Oh, Jackie! Using the rope to his advantage. Sending Mateo hard into the ring, cover! And a deep cover at that, but no. Mateo Valentine still able to get his shoulder up.
Mateo Valentine showing that fight, but Jackie Thad right back on the attack, wearing down the right arm of Mateo Valentine. Submission is cinched in.
Ooh, look at that torque, though, on that right shoulder of Mateo, and it puts, with all the weight of Jackie on top of Mateo as well, puts Mateo in a difficult position to maneuver to get to a rope break, anything.
Yeah, great technical skills being shown here by Jackie Thad. Is Mateo Valentine out?
Oh, wait. Mateo possibly fading here. No!
There's still some fight.
The fried chicken and dumplings still firing up Mateo. Now, big jawbreaker, trying to get some separation.
Oh, big uppercut right into the ropes.
Jackie reeling. Oh, but come charging as well. Big boot right to the face. That is utterly vicious there by Jackie Thad. And now, again going off the ropes. Mateo sidestepped. Oh, big rolling forearm there.
And that one scouted, takes a bow as it goes right back into Mateo Valentine.
I gotta say, Jackie Thad in the driver's seat right now. Mateo, Irish whip reversal again. Oh my God! Calls that gay right and dishes it out right to the jaw of Jackie Thad. Let's take another look here.
Turning Jackie Thad literally on his head. He's still on his head.
Oh my God. Mateo.
I've never seen a man positioned like that before.
Right into the cover.
Whoa.
I think Mateo's seen a couple. I'll just leave it there. Sorry, guys. But bit of a stalemate here between these two. Mateo, that added bit of energy now. Gonna go charging all the way across the ring with the uppercut.
Another big uppercut by Mateo Valentine. Kicked out of the chest and one to the face.
Coming prancing. Oh my God.
Big step up in Seguri.
Light on his feet, but still vicious. Oh, right to the back of the head. Nasty knee striking. Question is, could this be a cover? No, Jackie's still in this fight.
Another kick out at two. Impressive showing so far from Thad. Up against Mateo Valentine, who maybe think of desperation, maybe is starting to set in.
This crowd trying to get behind Mateo. Eyeing up Jackie now. What could be thinking? Oh, reversal there by Thad. Oh. Bit of a leg lariat there. Could this be it? Cover!
Knee right to the face. Cover. Oh my. Valentine just kicking out. A lot of close pinfalls.
And a lot that Jackie had to put into that maneuver, the weight of getting the height, or the strength to be able to get the height up, putting all the weight down onto Mateo Valentine, but still not enough. And now, ooh, he calls that the pearl clutch. That single leg crab tight in, both on the small of the back, but also the knee of Mateo.
And Valentine's right in the center of the ring, too. Valentine, though.
Small package.
Just ruled up that. That kicks out at 2, though. Goes for the spinning kick.
Duck under. Wait, could this be? Smash mouth! Face first goes flat, cover!
Big win for Mateo Valentine.
Here is your winner, Mateo Valentine!
And if Jackie Thad was thinking less of Mateo before, that smash mouth right there made Jackie Thad a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
One step closer to possible tag team gold. Mateo Valentine with a statement win here tonight against Jackie Thad on Thursday Night Fights as we look ahead for Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling tomorrow.
If I'm Zeke Hayes and Paris Sahar, I'm getting very worried.
We're going to keep the action rolling. The next contest is a handicap match. Introducing first.
Handicap match.
Weezy, baby.
Interesting to see how this transpires as, like you said, we head towards Reese Hayes' 880 Wrestling. Be sure, folks, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet live, you are not going to want to miss it here at the shop.
Heyman, he's back!
Reese Hayes got Pieroguy again?
First, 880 Wrestling's most potato-filled wrestler, Pieroguy, his partner, the fireman, Luca.
Reese Hayes, again, we don't get our checks, but he's going to dish out more money for Pieroguy. I don't mind it. I mean, I love a pierogi.
I don't want it at all. Get the butter. It's Pieroguy.
And their opponent.
And I hope Luca does too. This unlikely unit here, a Pieroguy and Luca, looking to...
Oh, no.
And I know this might be a handicap matchup, but with someone with the power and the intimidation factor of their competitor, is it really 2-on-1? When you're squaring off with the villainess?
Introducing it's the villainous Liberty L!
Undefeated in 880 wrestling competition, Liberty L is damn near unstoppable in that ring.
I've heard the top 3 fears of many individuals is spiders, height, and Liberty L. And wait a minute, 2-on-1 action immediately going to start.
Getting the jump here on Liberty L.
Bell has been rung. Action is underway. And
Breaking through the attacks of Luca and Pieroguy. Liberty L number 2 in the rankings here at 880 Wrestling.
Big boot to Pieroguy.
And now Luca trying to dish out on the villainess, but big headbutt right to the shoulder. That will dislocate it right there. And now fireman's carry. Liberty gonna deposit out Luca, but no, able to float free. Can they get Liberty over? No! Even worse.
Pieroguy. Pieroguy finally got shoes.
Nothing worse than a flat pierogi.
Seated senton crushing both competitors.
Liberty with control of the ring, as we have seen time and time again. And what do they think? No way. No way.
About to make this a Permani sandwich.
Going for that Iron Maiden on both Luca and Pieroguy. And that's a tap out.
Might have been Liberty's quickest victory to date.
Here is your winner, Liberty L!
Liberty L. 2-on-1 means nothing. Look at that splash there.
I don't know what I'm more shocked about, Eamon. Pieroguy finally finding some shoes, or Liberty L beating not one but two competitors in the span of, what was that, like not even 2 minutes?
Absolutely. I mean, whatever happens with Nick Wild and KC War, Liberty L has to be chomping at the bit.
Well, before we get further
Number
into
2
the
on the
action,
rankings for a
we wanna
reason.
Give a quick thank you to our crew that brings you Thursday night fights at 8 p.m. every week. We're talking about Sidekick Media Services, the Sorg family, including
Shout out to
CL Reyes
Sidekick.
back there. On sound this evening, Ari is back there. And our own Stage E, it's Austin and Eamon on commentary. Give it up. And our referees this evening, Scott Lefty Davidson, and also senior official George Ross. And I am, of course, your host and ring announcer, Toddy Tondera.
The very best.
No one does it better.
Oh, also, Tony Leo from Happy Hour. Give it up for Tony Leo, our newest referee. Now back to the action. This next match is a singles contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
I will also add, as Toddy shouted out, Sidekick Media Services. Be sure to go to sidekickmediaservices.com. Tyler Voxx ranked number 8 in the rankings.
And his opponent.
Let's not forget that match against MV Young, too.
And this will be a battle of number 8 going head-to-head with number 3. So you got to think 880 championship implications here in this one.
Coming in this evening from those purple clouds. He is the Cannabis Casanova. This is Blizzy.
Austin, is there any competitor on the 880 roster riding higher, and I mean that pun intended, as Blizzy Blake?
Debatably not. Blizzy Blake has been on an absolute roll over the last 2 months here in 880 Wrestling. From tag team competition to singles, Blizzy Blake has stole the show. I don't know if Tyler Voxx seems as impressed, though.
Tyler Voxx isn't impressed by much. Tyler very much in his own world, so to speak. But Blizzy has made it clear, following the events of last week on Thursday Night Fights, the victory over Big Jim Fridge, Blizzy, number 3 in the rankings, is eyeing that 880 championship and has made it clear that they are going to go through any and all competitors, line them up in front of Blizzy Blake. In fact, Blizzy tomorrow night will be in a 4-way matchup. But the question is, can that momentum get derailed quick here against Tyler Voxx?
Blizzy Blake needs to stay locked and loaded, needs to stay locked in here tonight and tomorrow in that 4-way, because the two competitors ahead of Blizzy Blake in the rankings is Liberty L, who we just saw with a massive win in that handicap match, and Casey Ward, who quite literally is the #1 contender for the 880 championship. So Blizzy Blake can't fall behind. There's plenty of other competitors, Clayton King, GME, who we haven't seen in quite some time, Mateo, Valentine, all looking to jump even more in the rankings.
Working class werewolf, Tyler Voxx, backing Blizzy in the corner and then realizing, you know what, let me take this slow in this ring. Almost like this might sound a little harsh, but almost like a serial killer in that ring is Tyler Voxx. When you have the dead look in your eyes, it can never be anything good, as Voxx getting the better of Blizzy here in the early goings. You mentioned that recent victory, though, over MV Young by Tyler Voxx. That has to be something that he can take great pride in going into this matchup.
Certainly will bestow more confidence within him. And if you really think about it, Voxx is the only member of Dead Hand Society actually in the top 10 list, outside of Nick Scott, who technically is our 880 champion.
Absolutely. And, well, at the end of the day, the Dead Hand Society always is going to serve the whims and the wishes of Nick's Wild. But Voxx,
right up the second row.
Big crossbody there. Voxx, any day of the week, could be a champion here in this company. You have to keep that in mind. Blizzy, with a bit of momentum, going to come charging into the corner with the shoulder tackle. Falls it with another and another. That unpredictable offense of Blizzy Blake. Snapmare takedown. Blizzy really inspired by the hardcore, death-defying competitors of old in professional wrestling. Big drop kick. And I keep talking about it, but that matchup with Facade cover just a month ago at Big Ass Barbecue 4 was really a career-making moment for Blizzy Blake.
Every time you bring it up, Eamon, I have to reminisce. What an incredible match that was. Blizzy Blake, Facade, stole his show. And again, that just, ever since that night, it seems like Blizzy Blake has pulled something new out of his arsenal each and every single week since Tyler Voxx around town. And that's what's going to take him over the top. That's what's going to take him to that next level. Maybe seeing this going out to the floor here.
Voxx kind of, trying to get his wits about him, but Blizzy going to take advantage with the tope out onto the floor. And Tyler Voxx looking up at the ceiling here at the shop.
Tyler Voxx is in La La Land.
Voxx, I gotta also think, has to be, focus on this matchup with Blizzy Blake, but we remember those cryptic messages as of late that have been directed towards Tyler Voxx. Voxx has so far been able to put them in the back of his head and focus on the competition. That speaks to that killer instinct of Tyler Voxx, as we see there with that kick right to the chest.
It certainly does, and Tyler Voxx could also be using that as fuel for motivation against a competitor like Blizzy Blake, because we have no clue what the hell that's even all about. Each and every single week we see some sort of cryptic message before or after a contest involving Tyler Voxx. Obviously someone's after him. Who? We don't know.
Well, that's a good, and like you said, Austin, about channeling that energy and focus. Many could argue that's the case that Tyler Voxx exhibited during that matchup with MV Young. Now, of course, an assist from Clayton King in that matchup, I do have to add. Not putting anything away from Tyler Voxx, but...
Could you imagine Voxx has a win on both MV Young and Blizzy Blake within the same month?
I mean, that is, a career-making, win record when it comes to the ranks here in 880 Wrestling. Whether you're 8, 6, 4, whatever in the rankings, like you said...
Might put Voxx up into the top 3, honestly.
Blizzy,
fighting back now.
Trying to fight back the best he can, but Voxx going right to the throat. That's the killer instinct of the working class werewolf. Now gonna, trap Blizzy up into the turnbuckles now. Upside down.
Right on his head, all the blush rushing to his brain.
Voxx now gonna come charging. No, gonna psych out Blizzy. Chop right to the chest.
Vicious.
The mind games from Tyler Voxx is a underrated specialty of his. And someone as young as Blizzy Blake is, as talented as Blizzy is, he still is young. He still, has growing pains, so to speak. And a lot of times it's trial by fire in that ring cover. Hook of the leg.
And Voxx. Blizzy just kicking out in 2. And again, that gives just even more fuel for Blizzy Blake. More fuel to fight, more fuel to go out there and to put on a show. Right now, though, Tyler Voxx is in total control. Big snap suplex. Immediately into the double stomp.
And right onto the chest of Blizzy Blake. That is going to not just hurt, it is going to make it so much harder to get oxygen into your body. And cover now. Bit of a cocky cover. But when someone who needs that stamina like Blizzy does, that can be a game changer.
It'd certainly be a game changer. I was a little surprised Voxx was a little cocky on that cover.
I think Voxx, when he's in that offensive mode and is dishing out brutality and punishment, there's a comfortableness. Irish whip hard into the turnbuckle, and Blizzy needing the support of that turnbuckle to stay on his feet, I think. Look at the look in the eyes of Tyler Voxx. Again, going to whip Blizzy off into the turnbuckles.
It's that slow, methodical pace in which the Dead Hand Society works within, and Tyler Voxx has taken a page out of maybe Nick's Wild book.
Oh, Blizzy springing up the first, into the second. Drop kick right to the chest.
But just like that, Blizzy can turn things around.
That is the impressiveness of Blizzy Blake, the ability to think on your feet like that. And this crowd trying to rally behind Blizzy. One half of Den of Desire, the longest reigning tag team champions in 880 history. Blizzy knows how to be successful in the clutch. Clothesline. Falls in with another.
Blizzy Blake's time now.
Hooking up Voxx. What could he be thinking now? Oh, plants! Tyler Voxx face first there into the mat.
Spiking Voxx on the mat.
And now Blizzy making it clear. Going where he's comfortable. Up to the top turnbuckle. But the question is, he's taking a little bit too long. Oh! Big insecurity. I can't blame Blizzy with the punishment. But now Tyler. Oh my God! Planting Blizzy head first and shoulder first into the mat.
And wise move on behalf of Voxy as well, using the ropes to his advantage, pulling down Blizzy Blake all the way from the top. And wait, what the hell is this? Not again.
That's 8:20. Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. What?
There's a fucking date to it. Where the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I'm here every fucking Thursday, and I'll be here tomorrow, you motherfucker.
Tyler Voxx, infuriated. Wait, keep an eye on Blizzy!
Where the hell did Blizzy come from?
Here.
Blizzy Blake seizing the opportunity and getting the victory.
Is your winner, Blizzy Blake.
But who the hell is sending these messages to Tyler Voxx? As we see here the replay. Boom. Right into the mat. And whether it's getting in the head of Tyler Voxx or not, it cost him this matchup here.
Costly distraction for once against the Dead Hand Society. Tyler Voxx distracted by whatever the hell it was we just saw up on the screen, but Blizzy Blake continuing to climb the charts. What a win.
Tyler's losing it.
Voxx is pissed.
Whoever is trying to get that message directed at Tyler Voxx, it is working.
Was great. He didn't show, and he didn't show, and he didn't show. So if anyone's afraid, it's you. Show your ass tomorrow.
Tyler Voxx is done with whatever the hell this person has in mind. and has made it clear, you want me tomorrow, you're going to get
All
it.
right, folks, we've got one more for you. So everybody lock in for the main event. Introducing first.
Big main event matchup here, and this has show-stealing potential as we head towards tomorrow night. As Pittsburgh's favorite crash out, one half of the 880 Tag Team Champions makes their way to the ring.
We're going to see why they are called Pittsburgh's favorite crash out in about a solid 2.5 minutes.
They are one half of the 880 Tag Team Champions, representing the matriarchy. Pittsburgh's favorite crash out, No Mercy, Zeke Mercer.
Many say technically cut above in that ring, both in singles and tag competition. No Mercy, Zeke Mercer.
And their opponent
is going to have a tough test ahead as they head towards a tag team title match tomorrow night. In a returning competitor here to 880 Wrestling.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Making his long-awaited return to 880 Wrestling. From wherever he wakes up, by way of hell, North Carolina. Weighing in tonight at, he doesn't really know. This is Juni Underwood.
Great to see Juni Underwood back here in an 880 Wrestling ring. As we saw in the opening tonight here for Thursday Night Fights, Juni's 350th match here, going head-to-head with Zeke Mercer. The 50th match of Juni's career was in this company for 880 Wrestling against MV Young and Brandon St. James. And the fact that just in that moment that Juni makes the point to keep track of that just shows you the type of competitor that Juni is in that ring and how focused and dedicated they are to the craft.
Juni Underwood is certainly one of the most sensational competitors here in Pittsburgh Wrestling, has made a name for himself in Enjoy Wrestling, has made a name for himself here in 880 Wrestling. I'm honored to be on call for this match because Juni Underwood certainly lights it up.
When this matchup was announced just a few short days ago to main event tonight on Thursday Night Fights, it immediately got the attention from a lot of the 880 Wrestling fans. Because if there's anyone that can match Juni Underwood in the pro wrestling department, it is Zeke Mercer. Juni a little eccentric in that ring, as folks who may be watching for the first time can see. Zeke Mercer, the complete opposite. They are no nonsense, just business in that ring.
No nonsense, and Zeke Mercer is incredible. I mean, they are one half of the tag team champions for a reason.
We mentioned, earlier that Nick Wilde wasn't by the side of the Dead Hand Society, but also no Paris Sahara or Amanda Maslow here at ringside for Zeke Mercer.
Very surprised by that move, too. It seems like Zeke Mercer wants to make a statement, knowing that Juni Underwood is back in 880 Wrestling for the first time. They want to go out there and showcase their talent, showcase why they are one half of the tag team champions. Right now, though, this is all Juni Underwood.
And we know that tomorrow night Zeke and Paris will put those 880 tag titles on the line when they go head-to-head with Mateo Valentine, who we saw get a successful win earlier tonight, and a partner Mateo's choosing. Again, that's still unknown, but Zeke and Paris, they have beaten just about every tag team in 880 Wrestling, and a mystery partner, something that's a little unexpected, something that you can't prepare for. The matriarchy's prepared for really any situation.
Yeah, the unpredictability of that match. Who is going to team with Mateo Valentine? Who is going to take on the matriarchy? I mean, there's a reason why both Zeke Mercer and Paris Sahara are the tag team champions right now. They went up and beat the longest reigning tag team champions in 880 Wrestling. That, of course, being Den of Desire. We just saw Blizzy Blake moments ago. Zeke Mercer going to take some time to themselves, though, outside the ring.
Zeke, they're a competitor who will allow their opponent to stew a little bit, allow them to get off their game, so to speak. Look at the way Mercer is eyeing up, not giving Juni, the incentive to say, no, I'm going to get right in that ring. It's going to go on my pace and my time. That is what Zeke Mercer is saying in their head. Zeke, not a fan of this audience here in 880 Wrestling. The matriarchy rules with an iron fist.
They never are.
And more than anything, all it does is really fuel Zeke Mercer. Sometimes anger is a great fuel in life. And Mercer has been able to bottle it and store it and use it to their advantage. Look at the maneuvering there by Underwood. Dropkick, but Mercer having it scouted.
Now, Underwood certainly has the agility. Zeke Mercer, they're one step ahead, a veteran of 880 Wrestling. Oh, big back elbow.
Series of waist locks here, but neither competitor able to get an advantage. Underwood tried for those elbows, but Mercer, a little smaller and stouter, realizing they could duck under and use that size disadvantage to their advantage.
And if anybody knows Juni Underwood, it is Zeke Mercer. Ooh. Big chop.
You could just see in the look in the face of Underwood, realizing I got to get back on a better page here in this matchup. Mercer eyeing up on our official George Ross. It has to stay focused on Underwood here. Irish whip, reversal by Underwood. Big atomic drop, putting Mercer in worse for wear. Big drop kick.
Connects this time.
And the force into that drop kick, rattling the chest of Zeke Mercer. And Underwood keeping a close eye on No Mercy.
We've seen competitors in this position before. Last place you want to be when going up against Juni Underwood.
Off the ropes. Big boot rocking Mercer right in the jaw. Oh, but not stopping. Going right out onto the apron. Oh, PK kick.
The kick is good. Juni Underwood.
Juni able to shift the momentum into this contest. Question is, can they capitalize? Rolling Mercer back into the ring. Question is, what do they have stored up in their offense? There's a lot of kicks. Oh, that Mercer has to look out for. Big chop to the chest.
Follows up with another.
Juni looking to give this audience what they want. With a little added stank on it. No, Mercer. Going for a bite. Right to the forearm. Mercer, oh my Lord, what a clothesline.
Big clothesline. That's one way to reverse a clothesline. Mercer going to a cover. Can they get this one here? And Underwood just kicking out at two.
Again, don't let the size of Zeke Mercer fool you. The power that they put into that clothesline.
I was wondering when we were going to start hearing these chants.
It's almost inevitable here in 880 Wrestling. This crowd makes no bones about who they despise. That's what we love about the audience here in Southside. I think Juni trying to get some reprieve on the apron, but Zeke not allowing it.
And you got to give some credit to Zeke Mercer. It seems like they've done their homework going into tonight's competition. Juni Underwood has been in enemy territory for the majority of this match as Zeke Mercer just throws their entire weight at Underwood. Cover, and Underwood just getting the shoulder up in time again. Mercer right back on the attack. Impressive showing from one half of the tag champ so far.
Absolutely. I think that's what we've seen a lot from the matriarchy. When they're in that offensive position and they can continue it and they can make it long-standing in a matchup, it's much more difficult for any competitor to shift momentum.
And not to mention, Zeke Mercer is a veteran in the game. 7 years of pro wrestling experience, 10 years total, adding the martial arts aspect. They are certainly not a competitor to overlook. Cover again on Underwood, and Underwood just a 2.5.
The amount of force that Mercer is putting into those shots just, I think, shows the fight in Mercer, but it also shows how he is not underestimating Juni Underwood. They won't say that. They won't say, I see them as, an equal competitor in that ring. But every time they put that extra bit of force in, it proves it. Big Uranagi. Cover, hook of both legs.
And just kicking out is Underwood again. Look at the reaction from Zeke.
The look in Mercer's eyes, it's shock, but they have to translate that into a victory. Sends him off the ropes. Juni reverses around. Oh my God, right to the jaw! That one-legged drop kick, and it was like a heat-seeking missile into the face of Zeke Mercer.
I'm shocked that Zeke Mercer's head is still attached to their body.
Mercer making their way up to their feet. Big clothesline there. Oh, big jumping boots.
Underwood's starting to gain some momentum now.
Those long legs of Underwood proving to be effective right now. Allowing Mercer to get up to their feet. Oh! Version of a crane kick. Powerbomb! Turns Mercer inside out. Cover!
Mercer just kicking out at 2.
Impressive by Mercer because that was a nasty landing. And now Underwood tries for
misses that
roundhouse. Catches the knee instead. Another one for Mercer.
Lethal strikes from Juni Underwood. Right back into the cover again on Mercer. Will this be enough? And Zeke Mercer, they find the bottom rope. Veteran ring awareness from Zeke Mercer.
Mercer, I have not seen in this predicament where I don't know if they're really I don't even know if that rope break was, instinct or if it was just, enough of a circumstance, because Mercer might be out of it right now, trying to fight back free and also clutching onto that neck. Underwood up onto the shoulders. Mercer, went for the eye.
Official didn't see it.
HRT driver. Mercer drills Underwood into the mat. Cover. No!
Underwood again just kicking out at 2.
Mercer,
Shining Wizard.
That's going to be it. Cover again. No! Underwood still kicks out!
What a main event we have here tonight on Thursday Night Fights. The Shining Wizard has put so many competitors away. But Juni Underwood just kicking out. Let's take another look at this. Zeke Mercer, boom, right there. Shining Wizard, right to the dome. The cover did not work.
Like you said, Austin, that is the toughest weapon that Zeke Mercer can dish out in that ring, is that Shining Wizard. It has put away numerous competitors.
It's what practically won them the tag team championships. Yet Juni Underwood, that veteran experience. It's veteran versus veteran here tonight. We've seen Juni Underwood in battles in 880, in Enjoy, all over Pittsburgh. And we're seeing yet another classic here tonight.
Oh, wait a second. Speaking of those tag titles, Underwood taking him away. Taking away Mercer's weapon now. Roll through. Converts it to a small package. No, only 2. That was almost a major upset there. Mercer, clothesline, gets caught by Underwood. Roll through. I was going to say transition to a cover, but no, Mercer rolling onto their stomach. No, cover again by Underwood. He got it!
That's it, Juni Underwood gets the win.
Here is your winner, Juni Underwood.
Series of pinfall attempts, and Underwood getting the better of Mercer, and that cannot stick well for the matriarchy.
Cheetah-like speed from Juni Underwood. So many different inversions of a different cover. Finally gets the shoulders down and puts away Zeke Mercer. What a welcome home. What a welcome victory for Juni Underwood. Come on, Zeke. What the hell?
Low blow by Mercer.
Damn you, Zeke.
Cutting down Juni Underwood after that victory. Unbelievable. Mercer, that was a tough fight. That was a valiant fight. But, well, this audience here, Zeke Mercer is absolutely not going to do that. There are not a lot of L's that the matriarchy gets dished out.
And they might end Underwood here. Wait a minute!
Mateo! Right to the jaw!
Rocks Zeke Mercer.
And we know that Mateo is eyeing up those 880 Tag Team Championships.
Hey, Juni. You want to win some gold tomorrow? Do I want to win some gold tomorrow? Hey, Zeke. I guess tomorrow I'll see you. See you then, bitch.
What a partner from Mateo Valentine, a competitor
dummy,
that already has a win over one half of the matriarchy. Could we see new tag team champions tomorrow night? Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling live on IndyWrestling.us. Tag titles on the line, the 880 Championship, the Hardcore Championship, and so much more. You are not going to want to miss it.
Looks like Juni has something else to say.
Thank you for the save, Mateo. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to win tag titles with you tomorrow, but I wanted to, as a quick little something, I've had 300 matches since my first match here, and this is always the place I love coming back to the most. So tomorrow, I'm going to do everything I can to put every bit of me into this ring for you, like I do every single time. So thank you for riding with me. We're not done.
Could we see new tag team champions in 24 hours time?
You heard it here, folks. Tomorrow night, the matriarchy will defend against Mateo Valentine and returning Juni Underwood. Thank you, folks, for coming to Thursday Night Fights. We will see you here tomorrow for Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling. Get roached.